Hey people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time tuning in, you are welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, you're the real VIP. Here we spread positive vibe back to back. We talk about faith, marriage, lifestyle, relationship, and it's a whole content kind of something. And so please stay connected, subscribe, tell someone who knows someone who's another person that it did happen for here. So today I would love us to talk about some tips on how to have a good night's sleep. Please stay connected. I love you and God loves you more. Welcome back. So I'll just love us to dive into the topic of today. I would love us to talk about some tips on how to have a good night rest. I understand that there are some factors that can affect how we sleep and all of that, like for example your work schedule. There are people whose job do not permit them sleep at night. For example, guards, people who work night shifts, sometimes doctors in the hospital, those who work in pharmacies, and of course some of those jobs that you work at night and it may be a hindrance for your sleeping pattern too. And also age group, of course when people are young they may not really have a very good night's sleep, because there are times they will be like, okay, let's go out to have fun and all of that. So they will know when we go clubbing and come back, there's always a hangover and your whole day is just bizarre. So I'd like us to look at some of the tips on how to have a good night rest. The first thing is you have to be consistent. Like when you set a time to sleep or you set your program of sleeping, you should be able to stick to that plan. The hours to sleep is between 7 to 9 hours, and the minimum hours is 7 and maximum 9 hours. So just imagine you have to sleep by 10 p.m. and you wake up by 6 a.m. I mean, you're like, you slept for like 8 hours. It's going to help you to be a productive person, because if you don't sleep well, I bet you in the morning you'll be feeling so dizzy, and even when you set your alarm to get up at 6 o'clock, you realize that you'll be dragging yourself, and sometimes we'll be like, sleeping, and sometimes we'll have to snooze the alarm, and after it rings again, maybe around 10 minutes later, and you'll be there struggling, you'll not even be very productive. So if you want to have a good night rest to be able to be productive, you should be consistent. That's you follow your timetable of sleeping, and that is going to help us a long way to be able to have a good night rest. The second point is ensure that your room is quiet, it's dark, and in a nutshell, the room has a relaxing atmosphere. Because if you want to sleep and someone is constantly opening the door and closing, someone is coming to put on the light and going back out, the room is busy, or you want to sleep and people are making noise and all of that. And I understand that there are people who can sleep even in a bar, but I mean, to have a healthy sleep, you should be able to sleep, like your room should be comfortable. Ensure that your room is comfortable enough for you, and then the atmosphere is as relaxed as possible, quiet and dark, so you can be able to sleep and like to have a good night sleep. And also another point is do exercises. We cannot really overemphasize the benefits of sports, the benefits of exercising and all of that. When you want to sleep, it helps you to have a good night rest, because when you go and do sports, you've relaxed your muscles. In my other video I talked of a healthy lifestyle, on being positive, living the positive life daily. I talked about a healthy lifestyle, and this is part of a healthy lifestyle. It goes a long way to help you to have a good night rest. And also the last point is, if you want to have a good night rest, you should be able to remove every electronic gadget in your room for sleeping, because the electronic gadget has a certain energy that will keep you awake. They expose us to more blue light, which helps to keep us awake. So if you want to have a good night rest, move all those things out of your room. Another point is avoid heavy meals and alcohol before sleeping. There are people who maybe get back from work maybe around 8 o'clock, and then when they reach, they want to eat by 8:30. They'll put in like 3 bundles of fufu and arrows to eat, and then you want to sleep by 9 o'clock. I don't know how you want us to describe that night. First of all, there will be constipation. You will not be able to digest. You will be so much unrest throughout, like sleeping at night. You may likely be going to the toilet or even throwing out, or like generally your stomach will not be in a good mood. So it's always advisable to eat light. Do not take heavy meals or alcohol before going to sleep. So we've come to the end of the video for today, and the tip for today is the use of cloves. Of course, you know what cloves are. When you can grind your cloves, and then you boil your water, and then you drop the cloves in it. You cover for like 10 minutes, let it warm up a little, and then you drain it and drink. It helps to detoxify your system. It helps to fight against infections. You fall so much in love with cloves. And please don't forget to do exercises. I mean, it's always beautiful to have a very healthy lifestyle. We cannot really overemphasize on that.